Welcome back, Focus Learners, to another explainer. So today we're tackling something that sits at the very heart of pretty much every single solar power setup out there. You know exactly the one I'm talking about, the MC4 connector, right? We usually treat these little guys as, completely simple plug-and-play accessories. You strip the wire, you crimp them, you hear that click, and you just totally forget about them. Well, today we are going to completely dismantle that idea. That MC4 connector you trusted on your solar string may already be failing. Silently. Yeah, let that sink in for a second. It's a pretty sobering thought, isn't it? If you've got a solar or an off-grid setup running right now, you might be putting all your trust into connections that are actually quietly degrading right under your nose, literally threatening your entire system. Okay, let's dive into this, because there is a massive gap between what we're constantly told and what is actually happening. On one hand, you've got the standard advice that's heavily pushed by a lot of top solar installation channels. They'll talk all about waterproof IP67 ratings, making sure you get that satisfying click when you push them together, and of course, giving it a quick multimeter beep test to check for continuity. And honestly, it gives us a ton of false confidence. But then you have the hidden reality. What's actually going on inside that little crimp barrel involves contact resistance, invisible micro-arcing under heavy load, and intense localized heating. It's a much deeper and much more dangerous electrical reality than most of us realize. Section 1. The Physics of Heating, Why Small Resistance Matters. Now, what's really interesting to look at here is the formula. Power dissipation, or P, equals I squared times R. Let's break this down into plain English. P is the heat generated inside the connector. I is the current flowing through your MC4 joint. And R is the resistance, which, by the way, usually comes from the contact point itself, the crimp or some oxidation. Because of how this relationship works, even the absolutely tiniest amount of resistance essentially acts exactly like a heating element. And remember, we aren't talking about external heat from the sun baking the wires. This is internal electrical heating happening right at the contact surface inside your connector. And here is exactly why that formula is an absolute game changer for solar applications specifically. In a solar circuit, current flow is constant for hours at a time. Think about that I squared portion of the equation we just talked about. Because that heavy current flows continuously, under load, all day long, any little bit of resistance doesn't just make things a bit warm. The heat multiplies rapidly. It is just relentless, continuous stress right on that tiny connection point. Section 2. The Invisible Failure Loop. From bad crimp to fire risk. Let's move on and see how this builds. When you have a poor crimp, it kicks off this whole microscopic chain reaction. First, the actual contact area between the metal surfaces gets significantly reduced. Because of that poor connection, step 2 kicks in. Tiny microgaps start to form. So now the current is literally forced to jump across these imperfect contact points. Step 3. Because of those tiny air gaps, oxidation begins to build up on the metal. And finally, step 4. That oxidation creates even more electrical resistance, which, as we just learned, rapidly multiplies the heat inside the housing. Now, right about now, you might be thinking, but wait, I test all my cables. My multimeter beeped, so I know I have continuity. Well, this is absolutely crucial, and it's kind of the core thesis of our explainer today. Continuity tests do not apply real current stress to the system. A connector can easily pass a standard continuity test, giving you that reassuring little beep, but still be incredibly dangerous electrically. A simple beep from a tiny multimeter battery absolutely does not reveal the intense heating that is going to happen under actual operational conditions with a full solar load. And once that operational heat starts going under load, we enter a really vicious cycle. First off, that localized heat expands the metal slightly. Second, that thermal expansion actually loosens the connection even further. Third, a looser connection means, yep, you guessed it, the resistance increases again. And step 4, that increased resistance generates even more heat. It's this completely silent escalation feedback loop. Your solar system just keeps relentlessly pushing power right through this constantly deteriorating path. Section 3. Risk Points and System-Level Consequences. So let's talk about the specific mechanical risk points you really need to be aware of. Maybe mentally check your own installations as we run through these, all right? We've got poor crimp compression, which, by the way, the source notes is literally the most common hidden failure. Then there's using non-rated tools or maybe mismatched dies, partial pin insertion into the housing, mixing different connector brands which causes these tiny, unseen tolerance mismatches, reusing deformed locking tabs, using undersized or overstripped conductor strands, and finally, hidden corrosion inside those supposedly sealed housings. Every single one of these things introduces that deadly resistance we've been talking about.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how those mechanical mistakes ripple outward. A localized issue, like a connector hotspot or a small voltage drop, translates directly into a much broader system effect. You start getting MPPT tracking instability. You might experience power loss that isn't even visible if you're just looking at the panel level. And then we get to the ultimate danger: potential insulation damage and a very real, actual fire risk. A microscopic failure at the joint basically compromises your entire electrical system.
Section 4. Safely managing MC4 risks. Okay, these are the absolute safety rules you just have to follow. First, physically watch your connectors. If you ever detect any discoloration, softening of the plastic, or feel uneven heating, understand that this is not just cosmetic damage. That is an active electrical stress failure happening in real time. Second, never ever reconnect them under load. Third, do not just re-crimp a bad connection and keep running it without a full inspection. And above all else, always de-energize the system before handling your connectors. Remember, even in low-voltage DC systems, fault conditions can sustain incredibly dangerous arcing. Which brings us to our final, somewhat provocative thought for today. Are your perfect-looking, perfectly continuity-tested MC4 connectors hiding micro-resistance right now? MC4 connectors are not just passive plug points. They are serious, high-current electrical interfaces. When crimp quality drops, the resistance might be totally invisible, but the heat certainly is not. I really hope this explainer has given you a powerful new perspective on your solar wiring and maybe empowered you to look just a little closer at your own setup. Thanks so much for learning with me today, and stay safe out there.